Alright, good morning everyone. Today is Monday, 4th of May. So, as I've mentioned in my last lesson, today is the last day of term 2, in which I'll be guiding you the last few pages of your heuristic workbook. So, if you have not gotten out your heuristic workbook, can you pause the video now and take out your heuristic workbook? Right, so for today, I will be guiding you some of the questions for heuristic 2B. We will be completing page 26 all the way to the last page of the book, which is page 31. Today's lesson, there will be 4 parts. I will be guiding you for question 1, question 2, then you will be doing question 3 on your own. Question 3 is very similar to question 1 and 2. Third part, I'll be guiding you question 4, question 5, and the last part, you will do question 6 on your own. And question 6 is very similar to question 5 and question 4. Alright, so without further ado, let's start on our lesson today. Okay, so today let's write down the date. Today is 5th May. Is it 5th May? Today is 4th May. Right, today is 4th May. Okay, and take note, calculator is allowed for this activity. Okay, so we'll be doing part whole model drawing. Part whole model drawing, as the name suggests, you will be drawing models, and in the model you will have to actually break down the model into smaller parts for you to solve. Alright, you will have a better picture of what part whole model is. Might not be new to some of you, right? So the question, as I said, question 1, 2 and 3, they are quite similar. Question 4 and 5 and 6 are quite similar. Alright, so later on, when I ask you to move on to the next video, ensure that you actually try out the question on your own. Alright, okay, so let's look at question 1. Okay, question 1. Lucy had some marbles. She sold 350. So as you can see, 350 of the marbles, and she gave 1/4 of the remainder to a friend. As a result, she was left with 2/5 of the marbles she had at first. How many marbles did she have at first? Okay, perhaps before I go to the models, fill in the blanks, right? I want to guide you is how did we come up with the model? Okay, now let's look at this model. Okay, I'm going to start from scratch. How do we construct the model? Now first, Lucy had some marbles. Okay, then just draw a bar. Now I know that she sold 350. So say this is my 350. And so this is the second part. Okay, so first part, we know that she had some marbles. Second part, from the marbles, she sold 350 of them. Now third part, 1/4 of the remainder, she gave it to a friend. Now this is a very important point. 1/4 of the remainder. Now, where is the remainder? The remainder is actually this part. Okay, look at the part that I have highlighted in yellow. That is the remainder. Okay, so after giving away 350, that is the one that I have shaded, highlighted in yellow. That is the remainder. So meaning to say, I need to divide the remainder into 4 parts, because the question says she gave 1/4 of the remainder. So I'm going to use red. Okay, so now I've divided the remainder of the marbles into 4 parts, and she gave 1/4. Okay, this 1/4 to a friend. So she gave away. Alright, now because of that, she actually had 2/5 of the marbles left. 2/5 of the marbles she had at first. Okay, she had 2/5 of the marble she had at first left. Alright? Okay, now this is the part that is a bit confusing for some of you. Now, if she left with 2/5, now where is the 2/5? The 2/5 is actually from here to here. So this is the part that's 2/5 of the marble she had left. Okay, so now very importantly is we have to convert. Okay, we convert how this 2/5 and relate this 2/5 to the number of marbles she had left, and also the number of marbles she had at first. Okay, so roughly this is how we construct the model. So let's go back to the question right now. Okay, now, so let's focus on this part now. Okay, the one that I put extract. Now, so now we know that she left with 2/5. Okay, now the challenge will be how are we going to cut this part here, cut the 3 parts into 2 parts equally. Okay, what do you mean by this? If you look at this part, the part that I draw. Okay, let me just show you using another color. Now let's look at this part here that I've just circled. There are 3 parts, but how do you cut these 3 into 2? The only way is to make 2 and 3 into a common multiple. And 2 and 3, the common multiple is actually 6. Alright, remember? So 2 and 3, we have to cut 2 and 3 into 6. So meaning I have to cut it into 6 equal parts. Okay, so what does that mean? Meaning this 2/5, I will cut it into 6 parts. Alright, so meaning it's the same, I need to do the rest for this part here. Okay, so now if this is 2/5, meaning 2/5 is actually 6 units. Okay, how to get my 6? Let me just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the 6. Okay, so if 2/5 is 6, that means 1/5 must be 6 divided by 2 equals to 3. So that means 3/5 must be 1 unit is 3. So 3 units will be 3 times 3, 9. Alright, okay, so that means this 9, the 9 is from here to here, is 9. So if this is 9, that means this one must be 9 minus 2. Why 2? The 2 here, which is 7 units. Alright, so the total will be 9 units. Okay, sorry, this is not 3/5. This is the 3/5. Alright, okay, because this is 2/5, this must be 1 minus 2/5, give you 3/5. Alright, okay, so from here 7, that means my 7 units. Remember the first part about these 350. Okay, this part here, 350 must come back here. That means these 7 units, which we just found out, must be 350. So 1 unit with 350 divided by 7 equals to 50. So total there will be 9. So if you count the number of the units here now, so it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's 15 units. 1 unit is 50, 15 units with 50, 15 times 50, 750. So she had 750 marbles at first. Alright, okay. So that is how you solve this question 1. if any parts you are still a bit confused, do rewind the video and check that you actually understand this question. Now, this question may be a bit confusing because the model was drawn for you already. Okay, so if you still don't understand number one, let us try number two, where I will guide you from scratch, okay, from no model, and you might have a better idea because the method I'm going to show you will be actually much shorter. Okay, alright, so let's look at this question number two first. Farid had some stamps, so the concept is still the same. Okay, he's going to have some stamps. Now he gave 60 of the stamps away to Alex, and because of that she gave, and okay, so that is number one. She gave 60 and she gave 1/3 of the remainder to his sisters. That means, where is the remainder? The remainder is actually from here to here. This is the remainder, the one that I highlighted in yellow. So now he had to give 1/3 of the remainder, okay, which is this part here, to his sister. Alright, okay, so as a result she left with 4/9 of the stamps. Okay, so this is what we know. Okay, now so from here it's the same issue. How do we actually divide this part that I highlighted in red, okay, into 4/9? Okay, so the same way that we did just now. I have 2. How do you divide into 4? Right, so the way is you can make 2 into 4. Simply divide it into 4 parts. Right, likewise you must do the same for this. Okay, so if this is 4/9, that means this part here and this part here add up must also give you 1 minus the 4/9 equals to 5/9. Meaning to say, if this is 1, 2, then this must be 3, because I need 5. So if this is 1, 2, 5 minus 2 equals to give you 3. Okay, so from here I will know 3 units must be 60, because he gave 60 of the stamps to Alex, so the 3 unit must be 60. 1 unit will be 60 divided by 3 equals to 20. So the question is, how many stamps did she have at first? Okay, I think should be he have at first. So he actually had a total of 9 units. Alright, remember is 4/9 and 5/9, so it's 9 units in total. So 20 times 9, 180. Okay, so from here he had 180 stamps at first. Okay, so that is how you solve question 2. Again, do rewind the video if you need help in certain part. Okay, so before we go on to the next part, you will try question 3 on your own. Okay, I'm going to give you the answer to guide you to check that are you on the right track. Okay, the answer is actually 294 stickers. Okay, so now stop this video and give yourself another 20 minutes to try out question 3. My next video will actually guide you on question 3. Okay, see you later.